Hello friends, today we're gonna make a delicious baked pork chops wrapped with bacon with some roasted vegetables. Here is the pork chops. It is between 6 and 8 ounces. We're gonna use red potatoes and asparagus. I pre-cooked some bacon right here, so that way we're gonna wrap it nicely on the pork chops. I'm preheating the oven at 350 degrees. So the potatoes, I'm gonna cut them in half. And then we're gonna season it. When we season the potatoes, we're gonna season with olive oil, thyme, rosemary, and sage. So I'm gonna do the potatoes first and then the asparagus, because the potatoes take a little longer time than the asparagus, okay? We'll be right back and I'll show you how I do it. Thank you. Okay, we got red potatoes. I'm gonna put them in the oven about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna check them. They go pretty quick. So right in the middle. We're gonna season our asparagus now too. Same deal, olive oil, rosemary, little bit of sage, little bit of salt, and black pepper. Well, mix this together. You want to get all the flavor right in there nicely. Okay, when I let it sit right here, our pork chops waiting too. And then see you in a minute. Our potatoes are halfway there. So I'm gonna add my asparagus right now. I'm gonna put it right here on the side. And once in a while, I'm just gonna kind of mix them, a little more, turn them over. That way everybody gets a little more flavor in there. I'm gonna put it back in the oven. And we'll see in about 10-15 minutes again. Vegetables are done. I can check my potatoes. I don't want it, I just want it, like tender. And asparagus, when I crack them like that, see, they're nice and firm. I don't want it too done. So I'm gonna pull them out of the pan. I'm gonna prepare the pork chops and put them back in the oven. The pork chops are gonna take about 10 to 12 minutes. Once that's is done, I'm gonna put my vegetables back in the same container and we're gonna roast everything at once. Okay? See you in a little bit. Do the bacon now. So I'm gonna do long ways against the pork chop. So I'm gonna stack one after the other right here. It's okay if they don't go all the way. It's okay. So you just want to kind of cover the whole thing. And I'm gonna need about 4 slices of bacon. So at the end, that's what you want to see. Okay? Okay, so one of the reasons why I wrap a pork chop with bacon is to keep it more moist. The grease of the bacon is gonna help him to stay nice and moist in the middle, and don't overcook him. So because nobody likes overcooked pork chops, so I'm gonna put it back in the oven, and I showed you how they look in about maybe 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so we check the pork chops right now, and they're only 110 degrees. We're gonna get them out of the oven when they reach 145 degrees. So we're gonna put it back in the oven and check them again in a little bit. Okay, now pork chops are ready to go back in the oven, but we're gonna put the charbroiler. We're gonna broil these high temperature, the vegetables too, about 5 minutes. I'm gonna set my broiler to 425 degrees, and we're gonna do it in a minute, okay? Okay, so I set my broiler on high. I'm gonna put this back in the oven, and it's gonna take about 5 minutes. We want the bacon to go a little more crispy, and get a little more color on these potatoes. And I put asparagus in the bottom because the asparagus is pretty much done, so I don't want it to get overdone. And see you back in about 5 minutes. Okay, the pork chops are ready, so I'm gonna transfer the pork chops to this bigger plate, and I'm gonna cover with foil, aluminum foil, to let it sit about 5 minutes before we start going into these pork chops. Okay, and vegetables is still in the oven. That's gonna take a little longer, another couple minutes. Okay, our vegetables are done. We're gonna let it sit right here for a minute. We got about 3 more minutes for the pork chops. After that, we're gonna set our plates. Okay, now I do my asparagus, potatoes right here, and I let this sit for about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna unwrap it, get one of these pork chops, set it on the plate right here. Then we're gonna cut into to see where we are. Our knife. And look at that. Nice pink and moist pork chop. Okay, let's give it a try. Delicious. Thank you for watching this. I'm sorry, I'm still busy. See you next time. Thank you.